Hey everybody, welcome to the kickoff of Operation Real Time Conspiracy. Now, I'm here for a couple of reasons. I'm here live because I want to give these updates in real time and because I want to be able to teach you what it's like to go through a operational training scenario similar to what elite intelligence units use all over the world. Now, the other reason I'm going live is because I don't do a lot of live video. So I'm trying to learn how it all works. So I've actually got you live with me right now. And I'm trying to see what I look like when I go live at the same time so that I can kind of cross-reference and compare the value of my own live video. But whether it works or not is yet to be determined. But let's move forward with what I want to cover today as part of this mission kickoff for Operation Real Time Conspiracy. Now, if you don't know what Operation Real Time is, if you don't know what I'm talking about when I talk about Operation Real Time Conspiracy, that's okay. There are a number of folks who are joining us live right now who are competing in this live training scenario. So they know what I'm talking about, and this mission kickoff is really for them. But at the same time, I want to give the rest of you a chance to learn with them what they are learning and what they will be applying, because the knowledge that you're learning now with me is the knowledge that these competitors will be applying in real time, in real life, to a scenario that will allow them to rank order and win or lose the game overall with actual prizes, real stakes at the end. So the thing I want to talk about right now is called just-in-time learning. And more specifically, I want to talk about the operational value of just-in-time learning when it comes to intelligence training. Now, for those of you who are not from the educational sector, just-in-time learning is a strategy of learning where you teach a student or you teach a trainee a piece of information, a skill or some sort of knowledge-based set, just in time for them to go and use it right away. Now, there are multiple benefits to just-in-time learning in the academic world, but in the intelligence training world specifically, those benefits are magnified. So let me tell you what some of those benefits are. First, when you learn something in the intel field and you immediately apply it, there's a benefit because what you're learning is easy to consume. Just-in-time learning is an easy and rapid way to consume new, complex information quickly because you learn it in these small bites. You learn it in small increments, and then you immediately go out and use it just in time. So you learned it just in time to use it. When you apply it immediately like that, it gives you a chance to feel, to experience the knowledge that you just learned. Compare that to high school or to your formal four-year education where you learned information and then were tested on the information academically. And then when you passed the test, you learned more information. For many of us, we spent 4 years in university before we ever actually tried to apply what we had learned during that educational period of time. That is the opposite of just-in-time learning. When it comes to intelligence work, there is no value to putting someone through 2 years or 4 years of intelligence training and then seeing if they can put it all together and put them out in the field live. Instead, all of the value comes from real-time training in small increments where you teach someone a skill and then send them into a controlled training environment, a scenario, where they have to exercise that skill, improve their fluency, their knowledge, their capability with that skill, and then bring that experience set back and learn the next skill. So then you can stack on, you can pile on the skill and grow on top of what was previously learned. So the first major benefit of just-in-time learning, especially in intelligence training, is that the knowledge is easy to consume. And the second big benefit is that you can apply it immediately. You don't have to wait until after all the knowledge is consumed or taught. You can apply it as soon as you learn it. And then the third major benefit to just-in-time learning is the power and the value of almost immediate feedback, real-time feedback. Because the person who just learned a new skill and then goes and applies it immediately in real time, then also gets near immediate feedback for what they did right or wrong. If I teach you how to shoot a gun and then I send you to the shooting range and you shoot the gun I just taught you how to shoot, you're gonna see right away what it feels like, what it sounds like, the weight of the gun, how easy or hard it is to aim, and you're gonna see how you land on the target itself. You're gonna get that immediate feedback. If it were to be a long 3-day course where you spend 3 days in an academic setting learning all about different guns and how different guns work and what their different weights are and how they're targeted, and then at the end you're expected to go out and hit the target in the bullseye, completely different experience, and I'm sure you can get that. What we are doing right now with Operation Real Time, with this mission kickoff, is putting that concept of just-in-time learning into practice right away when it comes to intelligence skills. Which intelligence skills are we going to be using? If you listen to the Everyday Espionage podcast, and we just completed a season that was focused on information mastery. That season talked about all sorts of skills that were required to understand and to vet and to differentiate between information that is valuable information and information that is not worthy or distracting. Using some of the skills that you learned from that podcast, plus skills that I teach on everydayspy.com, we are applying it all together in real time using Operation Real Time Conspiracy. And then layering it on top of that are videos like this, where I am giving the competitors just-in-time knowledge, learning new skills just in time to then go out and use those skills in the field, in the context of what they are doing in Operation Real Time Conspiracy. All right, so for those of you who are on right now, who are competing in conspiracy, your first operational task is going to hit your email inbox at 12:15 Eastern Time on Friday morning. That's about 7 minutes from right now. You will receive your first tasking as a Rowett Intelligence Service Officer inside NAMON as part of this live scenario training. I want to make sure that you, as each competitor, you have to check your inbox. Don't be afraid to check your spam folder. Don't be afraid to check your junk folder. I am watching to see who is opening emails, and I have seen that only about half of you have opened the emails I've sent you so far to prep you for this mission. If you don't want to open them, that's up to you, but I'm telling you right now, you're getting all of the information. The only way you're going to be able to compete and beat the other folks that are on the call right now is if you are the first one to be able to identify when new information arrives so that you can start processing it and working on it immediately, because each task will have a time constraint. If you've done Operation Real Time with me in the past, if you've worked on any live scenarios with me in the past, you know how much of a stickler I am for sticking to time constraints. On top of that, I will have other constraints that are in the instructions, so don't lose points from your overall score for not paying attention to instructions and for doing things late. It's not worth it. The prizes at the end of this competition are real. I want you to win them. I want you to have the strongest chance possible to prove your intelligence training, your intel capacity against the other folks that are competing with you. And with that, check your junk folder, check your spam folder. If you are not competing in Operation Real Time Conspiracy, but you still want to learn what the folks are learning, you still want to keep up with the team names and which teams are winning and losing, anytime you see a live video from Everyday Spy in the next 72 hours, that's what we're going to be talking about. A new skill, the current leaders, who's doing what they did well, what they did poorly, and you will find all of that right here for the next 72 hours with Operation Real Time Conspiracy. Folks, if you are competing, this is also your opportunity to send me questions. So I will have a live chat going every time so that if you have a question about something that's happening in the mission, a question about something I'm teaching you, if you have a question about anything technical or administrative, this is the forum to ask those questions. So for all of you out there competing in Operation Real Time Conspiracy, this live forum is your forum to ask those clarifying questions so I can give you what you need and make sure that everyone on the roster competing is getting the same information at the same time. I have nothing else to share today. I've talked about 2 minutes longer than I wanted to talk. If you are competing, keep an eye on your inbox. You've got more information coming. And for the rest of you, I hope you understand and learn the value of just-in-time learning as it pertains to intelligence training. I will talk to you later, everybody. Take care.